God. And so at a high level, things like human rights, the right to be safe in your home and not have it destroyed, the right to walk on the street and not be killed, regardless of your religion, is something that we agree with. So I think that the ideals that the modernist or a non-Muslim would be seeking, we would claim that they are there at a high level in the Sharia already.
I think so. Where you were going was almost you were suggesting that there is a congruence, an overlap between human rights at a higher level and Islamic law. Like there isn't a contradiction there, right?
Yeah, so I think that what Muslims should not do, they shouldn't say that don't do human rights and just submit to God.
Yeah.
So I think that that is unneeded and misleading, right? And that's not so. And I think that that's a common response to modernists that is incorrect.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that modernists are searching for, I think that if they understood the Sharia at a deep level, they would find a lot of it there.
Yeah.
And they would find that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His command, but there's misunderstandings. There's things that they don't understand, like, and we can talk about.
Yeah. So let's talk about the hudud punishment, because of course, modern sensitivities argue that punishments such as amputations or whatever it may be, these very harsh, in inverted commas, punishments that come in the Sharia, which hudud means, as far as I understand it, that they're non-negotiable. We can't really shift and change these punishments. These punishments are from a bygone era, and human rights in a way supersedes and abrogates Allah's word on these matters. How do you negotiate these competing ideas of human rights as universal and the hudud punishments on the other hand?
So I think people don't realize that the 5 objectives of Islamic law, the preservation of religion, life, wealth, lineage, and the intellect, they actually come from the hudud punishments. Yeah. So the way that Muslims classically understood the fact that you shouldn't drink alcohol and there's a had punishment associated with drinking alcohol is that it's really important to preserve the intellect. Because if the intellect is not preserved, then you cannot act responsibly. So, we have this problem with drunk driving and people, it being illegal to drive while you're drunk, but it's a highly problematic law, because if you're drunk, you can't be responsible, right? And you're gonna drive, and then you're gonna go against the law. So the rational thing to do, if you don't want people to do drunk driving, is don't drink.